Dear viewers, welcome to Cover Story. Today we have with us our good friend Noi Pornpen. She is a Thai lawyer and activist as well. So we'll have a conversation with her. She's recently in Bangladesh. So we'll try to understand like how she sees Bangladesh, the current Bangladesh, and if there is anything she can bring as a similarity with Thai context and so on. Thank you and welcome.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Noi, I know that you were in Bangladesh in 2014. That was the last time.
Yes.
Before this.
Yes.
What brought you that time in Bangladesh?
At that time, I was involving in an election monitoring activities. I came in as an interpreter for a member of election commissions at the local levels. And I was here in Dhaka just for a few days, and then I went directly to Bandarban for a long-term observer, which is around 2 months. And then I stay until the election day and writing a report back to an organization called UNFEL, Asian Network for Free and Fair Election at that time.
And you knew that election was boycotted by the main opposition, right? It was kind of like a one-sided election.
At that time, my role is an interpreter.
Okay.
Okay, so I limited my position to comments or to actually even doing the report by myself. So it's a limited role at that time. But of course, I do understand that the election law and situation also complicated.
So now after so many years, you
Yes.
came back to Bangladesh in a new scenario when
Yes.
the autocrat is no more in this country.
Yes.
Do you see any difference from your experience last time?
I don't know much about the previous sort of election or things, no. But skip that. Maybe we can talk about political environment in general.
Yes, yeah.
I can see something major happen, right? This month, July 2000.
Yeah, this is the 1 year anniversary actually.
25. So I can see the movement was effective in a way that the authoritarian government actually left the country and giving opportunity for us, like human rights activists, lawyer, and active participations to the democracy to have a room for something change. So you have an interim government. I see that you have also appointed a number of truth commission, a number of reform commissions since the incident happened and since the dictator gone. So, and recently 3 days ago, I also learned that you have a trial on her. It's again, I cannot comment very much, but I learned that it is the absentia, the trial is without her.
Because she is not here.
Yeah, but she was charged on a very serious crime like crime against humanity. So I see that there are some advancements that not happened in Thailand, but I can see also there are some complicated issues that waiting for you, waiting for population of Bangladesh to deal with the past, what happened. And there is also a burden of this interim government who, I don't know how much they will have power to arrange the free and fair election that we all hope for the next transitions.
Yeah. Let me ask a different thing. So we know that the Thai youth also led a huge protest, right? In 2022, I think, against particularly the military.
Yes.
Because that was the military
government.
ruling.
Yes.
And also they were asking for the reform.
Yes.
And particularly the reform of the law relating to monarchy.
Yes.
And similarly, if you look at in Bangladesh, it was also a protest led by the youth
Yes.
against the autocrat, and eventually they are also now calling for the reform of the
Yes.
country.
Yes.
Do you see some similarity or even some differences?
Okay. One thing similar is it's happened, come out from one case or one issues, but because it's on the background of how people are being suppressed and freedom was not granted to the citizen. No? In Thailand, I think the sparking of the protest is also coming from one enforced disappearance case of Wan Chalerm. So Wan Chalerm, he was an activist, the red shirt activist, apparently had to flee from the country to Cambodia since 2014 when we had the coup d'etat and the military government take on the administrative office for 9 years. So he was abducted and then never returned or never appeared in anywhere. So when that happened in Cambodia, because of his role also as a youth activist from long back, even before I know him. I don't know him in person, but I learned that he was a youth activist. So when he was abducted, the news spread into Thai human rights community, youth activist community. They were started the protest in Mabun Khong in BK. And that is the day when the youth movement started, including that they wanted to reform the law related to the monarchy. They don't want any more military as a prime minister. The election was actually whether free and fair, I can't say, but it's related to the electoral law that military still become the prime minister. So in Dhaka, in Bangladesh, I heard that it also from a protest related to quota. So one
Job related quota, basically. Yeah.
And the violence sparking by one guy was shot by
exactly.
opening up the
Exactly.
hand.
Yeah.
So something like that. It's sparking the heart and mind of the people who are being under suppressed. So the power have been released as a mob, as you can say, as a protest. Whether it's peaceful or not peaceful, that is another topic. But in Thailand, it's relatively peaceful. Like we have a symbol, we have mobilizing forum and high park, and it's also joined by many of the youth who are at that time was student activists, and many of them were arrested.
So that's the difference. You see, even in Thailand, the youth were protesting against the military. Still, it was peaceful and not many killing But here, in that in few days over 1,000 were killed, and it was so brutal. The other thing I want to ask, we know that in the movement in Thailand, also the women particularly were very active. Here it was also the women were in the front. However, after it been successful, and then when the youth started political party and so on,
what happened
eventually
to
the women getting into back foot. And even now a lot of backlash happening against the women who were, and today is actually that the government declared it's the day of celebrating Women's Day, so they called it
I didn't know that. It's
July Women's Day something. Today they are celebrating.
It's probably not had happened in such a way in the central movement, because the women in student network and the women in the national levels movement are much more outspoken and respected, and also we have some kind of an equal opportunity in many ways. But when it comes to the countryside or the village.
Yes.
Maybe something like that
Yeah,
would happen.
okay.
And when it comes to the top management
Mm.
or the leader of the party, or
Mm.
yes, that the gender issue is become an issue. But in general, I think like me, a younger activist or student activist as a woman, we also have same role as the man. Yeah?
Mm.
But to be accepted in public as a key leader, I can still see that men are the one who didn't accept it.
The other thing I think our viewers will be interested to hear from you is in Thailand, we have seen that the youth
Yeah.
later created political
Yes,
party,
yes.
right? First the Future Forward Party and then the Move Forward Party.
Yes.
Will you like little bit explain for our viewers
Yes.
like how it unfolded?
Okay. Yeah.
And also here the youth are also creating a political party. So do you see like
Okay.
any similarity or differences around that?
I would suggest one documentary. It's called Breaking the Cycle. It's in English, and some time ago it was also in the YouTube. No, it's a documentation that we also learn about the leader of this political party. He was a youth activist at my age, so he
What is his name?
Thanathorn.
Thanathorn,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's a leader of the party, and with his, of course, he coming from a wealthy family. So he has a better position to form the political party. But because of such a good heart that he have, so he mobilizing youth and also people in his generation, which is probably 40 something, and or some of them maybe 50. So they are not youth as such. So there are someone like me who think about something in the past, like in May 1992 experience, in also the killing in 2010. So there is a series of political violence that he see, that he think and openly say that only coming into political political era, like become a political party, is the answer of the reform.
Will you like focus like the reasons of their popularity? Because what we see here is that the youth, they are trying to create a political atmosphere, but seems that they are not getting that popularity. So do you have like anything you can tell to our youth that what made them popular?
I think the issue that I see, and because I was doing a lot of campaign and lobbying on anti-torture and enforcement law at that time, I can see that the party involving the older generation, some of them are former military, former police, which has some information and also the way how they want to reform. They also have people in my generation, and they also have a younger activist as a party list, and also
so all sector of the
So, and I heard also that becoming a member of this political party, also you need an interview. You need, and becoming a candidate, whether the party list or in a constituency, you need a lot of interviews.
And did this?
That means you need to be learn and comply with the policy of the party.
Were they able to show people that where they are different from others?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things to do with political party policy. That I think them able to show the differences. They also use social media.
Okay.
They also have a very key person who are from the media and able to articulate the objectives of this movement. A lot of interview was given by the member of the party, and some of them, of course, new, and it's extract a lot of new business person, a lot of new tech guys, a lot of new banker, a lot of movie star also.
Okay.
And student activists who was then started the protest, was detained. Many of these MP now are former detainees, former political detainees.
Yeah.
And charges against them also very serious, like the lèse majesté. So with this combination, I think, and because we are under Prayut military for such a long time, we also don't really think that we can move forward, like the name of the party. So we want some change.
I also want to know about the current situation in Thailand, because we know that the border conflict, Thailand and Cambodia, and then the Prime Minister's resignation or something. Can you tell for our viewers a little bit, like,
so
what is
talking back to Pita, who is the second leader of those youth party, let's say the youth party, he was also being casted out by constitutional court again. And he was also not able to be named in the Senate to be the Prime Minister. The accusation is that because of this party has a campaign related to amendment of the 112 lèse majesté law. So it was, for me, it was not true that this accusation should make him not become our Prime Minister, because they have the majority vote. So it's an issue about our electoral system that was written by the military government to ask the Senate to approve the nomination. Right? So this could be a lesson learned, that when a new electoral law here is need to be studied and also need to be written in a way that you will not discriminate or one taboo issue. You should not limit the opportunity for the young party to be in power if they have majority vote. And another thing is that we have another factor. If you know, we have former Prime Minister Thaksin, who wanted to come back to politics so badly. So it took him some years, many years, to negotiate with the establishment. I would think it's also monarchy and the military. So when they have come to a negotiation or compromising, he was able to come back to Thailand. He was not in jail at all. He was in a hospital. It's not also the prison hospital, it's just the police hospital where there is a super VIP room for police general. So
and his sister became Prime Minister as well.
Before the military casted with the coup d'etat in 2014. So 3 Prime Minister under the surname Shinawatra were facing 2 coup d'etat. One is 2006, another one for him, for Thaksin. The second one is 2014 by his sister. And now when he returned with this compromising, which I don't know what would be their negotiation power, but he can come back. And the Prime Minister was someone from his party, Crosetta. And he was casted such quickly with a very small accusation by, again, Constitutional Court.
Exactly.
And then the daughter of Thaksin came to become Prime Minister. And he is behind everything. So when something had happened between him and Hun Sen, which we don't know exactly what, but speculation that is a deal about the petroleum in the ocean between Thailand and Cambodia. It's nothing to do with about the temple, okay? Now the Hun Sen is so madly about temple. Go to the ICJ court or Court of Justice in the international level, bringing expert and things like that. But the actual deal between Hun Sen and Thaksin must be related to other things, which no one know for sure. So voice videos and also things related to the conflict within the border was stimulating by both sides.
Hmm.
So I love Cambodia. I do know that there's a lot of migrant workers from Cambodia in Thailand. We never fight. I mean, people to people. But now the leader, who is not the real leader, you know, it's just a
Exactly.
former,
Hmm.
former prime minister who behind the son,
Hmm.
which is in Cambodian context,
Yeah.
and the one who behind the daughter
Right.
is in the Thailand context. They're fighting on something which we don't know. And the situation make, again, military as a heroes. But I think civil society also very important to also make a safety net for the youth movement. The youth movement is something strong, but they are not having a sustainability to continue their movement. So my suggestion also, the youth movement need to also make civil society as a partner. And civil society also have to come together and make the youth movement also as the partner for the path to go to democracy. And the poverty, the economics distribution, I think it needed to be addressed. Maybe not for the whole country as yet, but for the reduce the grief of the violence victims, right? I think if they are still not access to this kind of immediate assistance, the grievances can also turn to something violence.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Kapkan Khao. Viewers, thank you. We'll see again in next episode with some new guest with us.